I'm back with part 2 of our expedition to find eastern hellbenders, rare gigantic salamanders found in the cool streams of the Appalachians.
Egg. You still see him?
In part 1, after almost a full day of searching, we finally found our first hellbender.
Vanessa.
Now let's take a closer look at how amazing this animal is.
Uh-oh.
What, do they bite?
Yeah, they bite. They supposedly just have a horny rim. No, I don't want to put my finger in his mouth.
I think that's huge.
What do you think? How many?
At least a
Maybe
foot.
a foot, little over a foot probably. Notice, very, very flattened tail, laterally flattened tail, which it uses as it's swimming. It's almost like a rudder. The skin on the sides is extremely wrinkled, which gives it more surface area for breathing, because they have neither functional lungs or gills. So all the air, all the oxygen that this animal takes in is through its skin. And the larger an animal gets, the more surface area it has to have to absorb oxygen. So the hellbender's solution to that problem was to get these big folds of skin all along the side, which effectively function as a gill and absorb oxygen right from the water. You notice the eyes, you can't even see them. They're two little tiny dots on the head, which you probably just see shadows. But they have a very, very good sense of smell. So they crawl around the bottom at night looking for fish, crayfish, insects, hellgrammites, which are the larval stage of the Dobson fly. It's one of their prey items. And they sense them with the chemicals that these animals are giving out. So they have a very, very good sense of smell. They have little stubby toes, 5 on the back and 4 on the front. These are the back feet right here. And they're covered with slime.
What's the slime?
Slime is probably protective mucus, so they don't dry out, and also probably protects them from infection. The nose is 2 little nostrils there, but look at the 2 little nostrils pointing out at you. But they don't do any breathing, unless maybe they do a little bit of breathing when it's out of the water, but no, because they don't have functional lungs. So the nostrils probably don't have a function, unless it's a sense of smell.
And what I read they had photosensitive skin also, that they'll know if they're sticking out from a rock.
That's right. They say that the reason for that is because sometimes the back end is sticking out of the water, and the only way they would know that is if the back end senses the light. And if they didn't have that, a predator might see half of the thing sticking out of the rock. Rick said one time he picked one up and it bit a piece of his tip of his finger off, which worries you if you pick up one that's twice as big, and they do get twice as big, you would probably have to be very, very careful.
Can you tell me about where you're releasing him and why? Look over here.
It's always good to put them back exactly in the same spot where you found them, because they pick their best possible hiding places. So I'll put it under the same rock where I caught it. Ready for him?
Yep.
You got him, Vanessa, on film?
Yep.
Hellbenders can grow to be 3 feet long and weigh up to 6 pounds. They're the biggest amphibians in North America.
Oh, he's coming right towards me.
Right toward Vanessa, which is beautiful. And he's going to go under a rock right near you, Vanessa.
Hellbenders are generally solitary animals. Males and females will only seek each other out during their breeding season in September.
He's looking right in the camera.
Then, the males will stake out a territory under a rock where a female will come to lay eggs. Once she lays the eggs, the female leaves, and the male guards the eggs for the next 2 months until they hatch.
He looked right.
Where is he?
He's underneath by your feet now, I think. He's right exactly underneath the fish tank.
He's hiding under the fish tank. Oh, man.
So little research has been done on these creatures that it's hard to say how they're doing as a species. It is known that they have disappeared from as much as 60% of their historic range due to water pollution, siltation, and damming of waters upstream. But if the conditions are right, they could live for 50 years.
We have him corralled so I can get a shot.
Well, with hellbenders endangered in many states, it's a really good sign that we've seen so many here today. And since they only survive in pristine conditions, we know that this stream is really healthy too. And on a personal note, I have seen my first hellbender, and I can say it's been a really good day.
I can't think of a better way to celebrate the first day of autumn than to be in this beautiful stream in central Pennsylvania. We probably found 30 hellbenders, and it looks like the hellbender population is doing really well in the stream. So I think we've had a very successful day.
Well, I agree with
The flies are healthy. Mosquitoes biting me, stable flies on my back.